Harris.
Hi.
As a young person, I'm really concerned about climate change, but I was watching the last debates, and there was little to no mention about another existential crisis that my generation is inheriting, and that is the issue of nuclear weapons.
Yes,
So,
good.
There's one policy that's being talked about as a potential way to make us a little bit safer, and that's a no first use policy.
Yeah.
So Senator Warren has introduced this bill, and I'm curious, do you support a no first use policy for nuclear weapons?
Okay, so I've not reviewed her bill, so I won't speak to that, but I will speak to, in general, the issue, which is that, by way of background, I serve on the Senate Intelligence Committee, and for the last 2.5 years have received regular updates from our intelligence community about the threats that we face as a nation and the hotspots around the world. And you are right to prioritize this as an issue. And so let's talk about what we need to do to address it. First of all, the fact that this president pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal was a huge, huge misstep and mistake and misinformed and dangerous. So the reality is that there was a long process of negotiating that deal with the allies, not just us, to require Iran to be accountable in terms of what it was doing or potentially doing around a nuclear armament. And they were following the rules. They actually were complying with the agreement. And then this president, because he likes to sound tough, as opposed to, what my mother said, it's not about how you sound, it's about how you act, pulls us out of that, exposing us to great harm, and we've already seen the issue of proliferation now once again is an issue as it relates to Iran. This is real. And so one of the first things I would do is, with the allies, figure out a way to re-enter that agreement. I would strengthen it, which is to require that ballistic missile testing also be included, and to shorten the sunset provisions, which I'm sure you're familiar with, but basically make sure that we are actually keeping a close hold and monitoring it. But these are the kinds of things that we need to do. And we certainly don't need a president of the United States. Now here's the other thing, nuclear threat, right? North Korea. So what does the guy do? He lifts up the North Korean dictator with a huge photo op. You remember all those, the flags and the whole thing? And it was all about his ego. Didn't get anything out of it. Nothing. Except elevating a dictator. So again, at the heart of your point is for your generation and those beyond, what are we doing or not doing to keep you safe? And I will tell you, this president is doing a really bad job, and I will do much better.